Imagine this. It's 2007 again. There's a crisp morning breeze in mid-September, and your excitement shakes away that 7 a.m. sleepy. You're headed to school, but not for another ordinary day in class, but because today, you have a field trip. I don't know about anyone else, but field trips were the best part of grade school. And a little while ago, I got a text from my younger sister asking if I could be a chaperone for her school trip to the zoo. Can you believe it? She asked me to wear the very exclusive honor of chaperone. Obviously, I had no choice but to accept. I was stoked to go to the zoo and chase a little bit of that field trip nostalgia, but of course, it wasn't quite the same. Aside from me being 28 and not 13 like her and her peers, it just wasn't what I was anticipating. It wasn't bad, don't get me wrong, but it just left me thinking with a lot. There's a popular quote that goes, "Can you remember who you were before the world told you who you should be?" I guess I expected my sister to remember who she was and who I knew her to be, and totally forgot that teenagers have that too cool for school phase. We saw all sorts of animals, fish, birds, monkeys, stuff like that, and all she had to say was, "Ew, why does it look like that?" Or the age-old insult, "Michaela, that's you." I felt like she was being way more judgmental than curious. Like learning and seeing things you've never seen before this up close was lame or a burden on her day. I tried not to falter for it, some of her peers are acting the same way, lagging behind the group or poking fun at the animals, typical middle schooler stuff. But I found myself losing patience with her active choice to be unhappy, like we're at the zoo. I don't know what spurred the conversation, but I found myself pulling her aside and saying, "Aubrey, you need to have a little whimsy in your life. You're not too cool to enjoy things. Have some fun today. Again, we're at the zoo." It wasn't groundbreaking news for her, but I felt like I couldn't not say it. The group was very well behaved, by the way. I mean, again, don't get me wrong, but I just thought their facade was a little interesting because at the end of the day, they all really enjoyed themselves. They started to loosen up and take pictures with the little cardboard cutouts. They were racing to the window to see the animal they waited all day to see. Even my little sister started to read the little plaques and stuff on the wall because even she couldn't fake her curiosity much longer. I'm sure she or her friends won't even remember complaining about how ugly the naked mole rats were or how bad the ape exhibit smelled. She's just gonna remember that her big sister came to chaperone a school field trip and she had a good time. Moral of the story, I guess there's a message in here somewhere. Next time you catch yourself acting too cool for the life around you, try to remember who you were and not who you should be. Have a little whimsy.